Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. I'm still getting some stuff ready. Oh, the dumb thing. What is happening here? Give me a second. My camera is back to its old tricks, like doing the weird stuff that it did in the beginning, where my lips are not synced. So give me just a second here. Let's load up the fix. Welcome to the channel while we're doing this. Thank you for being here. Glad to be back on the Madeline Soto case. This is a case that just, I know, infuriates me. I suspect it infuriates you and a lot of other people. And we're now in part 2 of our coverage of the interview, let's call it the interrogation of Stephan Stearns. I've queued it up for when we're going to start it here. We kind of made it all the way to, I think the question they're asking is, does he know anybody in St. Cloud now? So anyway, glad you're here. Let's begin. A couple things. Let us talk about the main thing here, and that is just Maddie Soto, right? So for those of you who don't know, can't imagine why you wouldn't know. We've been going over this quite a lot. Madeline Soto was reported missing on February 26th. The story is that her mom's on-again, off-again boyfriend, Stephan Stearns, took Maddie to school, and then when her mom went to pick her up later that afternoon, she wasn't there. And it turns out she'd never been to school. Stephan Stearns was later arrested. We're actually going to see that in the video either today or tomorrow. I think it's today. And he was charged with 60 crimes of SA against little Maddie. Now, a lot of you have been asking the questions, when is Jen going to be charged? And I honestly believe that she is going to be charged sometime. Probably not for a while, but I think that it probably will happen. But we are going to watch this video together. A quick reminder that this live stream is not for children. If you are under 18, do not watch this. This is adults only. We're going to be talking about some pretty heavy things today. So if you're a child, go away. We love you. You're terrific. Go away. Okay. And then, is there anything else I want to, we're coming up on 100,000 subscribers, guys. We're like at 92,000, something like that. And we're playing a little game over on the Fish Tank on Facebook. If you're not a member there, please become a member there. But we're playing a little game to share my channel, and the little prize is a button, 100,000 subscriber button. I'm only making 50 of them, but yeah, if you want to play, and look how dapper I look in my amazing ascot. If you weren't around for my birthday, yeah, I got an ascot for my birthday. Look at that, and I have turned it into a button. So join us over on the Fish Tank, play the game along with us, and maybe we'll mail you one of these 50 buttons that we've made. All right, that's enough of that, Gavin. Let's go ahead and hop on in. Remember to put GF in your comment if you want me to see it. And with that, we're just going to go ahead and dive right in, picking up about 9 seconds before we cut off yesterday, just to kind of, they're talking about, has he ever been to St. Cloud?
Whereabouts in St. Cloud? Like, do you know friends out there, or?
I don't have any friends, really. I've driven out there a few times before.
Don't have any friends, really?
Mostly just when I'm meandering up and down 192.
Were you out there this week?
Yeah, I was out there sometime this week. Sometimes I just drive and meander around and explore, and drive till I don't know where I am, and drive till I know where I am again, and I don't know, just driving just, it's peaceful sometimes.
Alright.
If I got time to kill, I'll just drive around.
Hey, by the way, when we left off last week, this is where this investigator's like, Stephan, look, I'm just asking to be honest, man. You can tell that he's frustrated with Stephan. Stephan is, for some reason, talking to the police. No idea. I think it's only out of stupidity. He is doing it probably to gather information to try to figure out what the police know. But the police know way more than he thinks they know. And this is not going to end well for him. He should not be talking. I'm glad he is, but he should not be doing this.
So you're saying when she had her backpack, presumably her school computer was in her backpack, and you described her wearing a green jacket, some kind of dark colored shorts, and white Crocs. Okay. Well, I can confidently tell you she did not go to school with her backpack.
How's that?
Because we found it in the trash. So, Stephan, here's what I'm asking you and pleading with you is to dig down and do some soul searching.
Just a reminder, anytime the sound cuts off, that's a redaction.
Okay? Do you understand? Family's pleading with you. I'm pleading with you because this is all that we need to find. And it's, as more time goes by, it's tough. I have kids, he's got kids.
Actually, that's what Stephan is hoping for. He's hoping that more time will pass so that Maddie isn't found.
Out there somewhere that we need to know where. And I really, really, really think you can help us. I mean, you want to get something off your chest. I don't know what it is, but I'm pleading with you.
I don't know. I don't.
What happened?
I dropped her off.
Where?
I dropped her off on the road to school. That's the last I saw her.
Sometime throughout the night on Sunday, did you guys have any interaction, conversations?
What, like fight?
No, I'm not saying fight. I'm just... Did you guys sit up and talk, or...?
We talked while I was making ramen. She was excited about her choir performance coming up.
She loved his ramen.
She was singing a little bit. I told her it was pretty. It reminded me of Sister Act. That's why I wanted to show her that movie. Just talking about a crush she had on the boy.
How'd that make you feel?
Fine. She knows she's not old enough to date, but I told her crush on. Get your crush. That's healthy.
Do you think, has she had any boyfriends in the past?
Not per se, boyfriends as however they can be early on, but we decided that she was too young, needed to avoid that BS.
Alright, being that she's too young, so she shouldn't be having sex with boys.
She's all the that stuff. None of it counts. None of it's real. I just told her she'd be better off waiting till high school.
Has she ever talked to you about boys?
A little bit sometimes.
Has she ever, because I asked Jennifer the same thing, has she ever disclosed to you about being sexually active with boys?
No.
Do you know if she's ever been sexually active with anybody in the past?
No.
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh.
I heard there was some sort of incident when she was much younger where she did something with the phone or a camera, but got scolded for it. She was very young. She didn't know. She got scolded for it, though. But it's vague. It's just remembering what someone said offhand. So.
All right. What happened to your hand?
Flat tire.
I'm going to come back to this comment.
About
Thanks.
10 years, so I made a rookie mistake and had my thumb too close to where the jack and the frame meet, and it slipped, and the frame came down.
I agree. I agree, Nan.
Jack, which I feel like I got off surprisingly light with that.
Ouch.
I yanked it free. You're not supposed to do that. It looks okay. It's got the worst of it. Some bruising under the nail.
What about the other scratches?
Courtesy of a janky tire iron and the road.
Did you bleed at all?
Yeah, this one had some blood and this one had some blood, but not much. It clotted fast.
Do you know
Real quick, remember that this interview happened on December 28th. They don't have Madeline yet. They've not found her yet. I'm sure they suspect that she is dead. They've seen the video of him going in and out, and they've seen the traffic cams and all that stuff. So I'm sure they know that Madeline is dead. But it looks to me anyway in this moment what they're trying to do is try to figure out, okay, will there be Stephan Stern's blood on the victim's body once we find her? I think these guys are doing a great job.
Pop your tire at all?
No idea. Tire just started going floppy and then
Pretty worn out or
way
something?
floppier and then just completely freaking separated. I think I had a spare and a jack. Janky as it was.
So typically when changing a tire and stuff, you tend to get brake dust and dirty and all that.
Yeah.
Did you happen to...
I'll come back to
Positive
this one,
that I,
Leslie.
Breathed in some freaking brake dust or tire dust or something because I was coughing the rest of the afternoon.
What'd you end up doing to clean up or stop the bleeding and stuff?
Nothing, actually.
This
Yeah,
might be his
I'll
first
Washed
question.
my hands and
This might be this guy's first question or line of questioning, I think, in the whole interview. He's finally opened his mouth. And yeah, they're trying to get as much information about did he bleed on her as possible, I think. And Whitney, yes, in my opinion, he was.
what was it?
Your clothes get all messed up and all, or...
Not bad. Surprisingly.
Sorry, did I say December? I'm sorry, February 28th. Thank you, Lisa. Sorry about that.
What were you wearing by chance?
This. I think I'm still wearing this. I'm still wearing the same clothes.
Oh, so you kept pretty clean.
Try to, I guess.
You weren't wearing a red shirt?
I was wearing a red shirt early in the morning. But I changed clothes later because that shirt was been a couple days old at that point. And the flat tire happened after that.
Did a flat tire happen before or after?
After.
After.
It was sometime afternoon between noon and like 2:30. I don't know how long it took me to fix it.
And you changed your shirt before or after going back to get the gate clicker?
I don't recall. Maybe after. I can't. I'm so sorry. I'm medicated. I've been medicated all week. My memory is just not as reliable as I would like it to be right now.
That's about the 10th time he's made that
I
excuse.
sleep that morning as it was.
Or
Let's see real quick, Leslie. The sound is not sped up here. I'm playing at regular speed. I have not sped this up. What I've done is I've de-hummed it and I've denoised it, trying to make it easier to hear. To my ear, it's easier to hear than it was originally. I also boosted I amplified the gain a little bit too, but it is not sped up.
on her own when you took her to school?
Yes.
What are you thinking about?
I'm sorry, I'm spacing out here. Long day, no sleep.
Who else has access to your car? Are you the only one that drives it?
Well, my parents have access.
But here in Kissimmee?
Yeah, Kissimmee, I'm pretty much the only one with access to it.
He should not be doing
So safe
this
to say you'd
interview.
be the only male driving that Lincoln?
I mean, I'm so glad he
Yes.
is. He's digging himself deeper.
I want to get back a little bit to you saying she's not allowed to have boyfriends or anything like that.
She can have crushes. She likes
Mm.
that's cool.
Alright, have you and her ever exchanged, like, do you guys exchange text messages? How do you guys communicate?
FaceTime. She'll FaceTime me at night when I'm not around before bedtime to say goodnight. Talk. Sometimes we don't even talk about anything. We just sit up there doing our own thing and just with each other's faces on the phone. Just spending time,
What happened? So the deputies made a comment. So what happened to your phone?
I have no idea what happened to my phone. I was pushing off doing this update for a while and I ended up trying to do it. I don't know what the hell, my head being in the state it was, I wasn't paying attention. I ended up somehow doing some sort of option that updated the OS, but it ended up like wiping my phone at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Even just now, the phone that my dad gave me and set up for me, I literally just pulled it out of my pocket and the sucker was reinitializing again. So I don't know if it's just me and technology right now, or I'm just not paying attention, or...
Did that happen once to your phone, or
How
many times do you think you updated your phone?
I think I tried to update it twice, and I don't know what happened.
Okay, and from what I understand, that you gave the deputies consent to look through your phone. You did, okay. And you voluntarily gave it to them so they could bring it here to do the extraction and stuff like that. Okay.
Because he's an idiot.
What do you think was on the phone?
Text messages,
Mm-hmm.
emails, phone stuff.
Pictures?
Oh yeah.
What kind of pictures were on there?
Oh, man.
Trading card pictures, lightsaber pictures, Disney pictures.
Do you have a Google account?
Mm.
Do you save pictures to your Google account?
Sometimes.
Or is it automatically? I know sometimes phones sync to a cloud and...
Yeah, I think
Oh, I
I
would
think
be-
it backs up to Google.
I would be so nervous
And
right
then
now.
sometimes when you reset your phone and your phone updates and puts these apps back on your phone, sometimes they will put the images back on your phone.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Do you have
Oh, I assume so.
any pictures of you and...
Probably. I mean, we went to Disney, took selfies on the train. She got back from Puerto Rico and had her hair braided. We got pictures of that. All sorts of pictures. Family
All
events.
sorts of pictures.
I'm not as much of a shutterbug. I take them every once in a while.
Any other pictures you can think of?
Oh, man. His heart must be
Here's
racing
I'm going
right
to be
now.
brutally honest with you.
Here it comes.
There's your phone. And I'm pretty sure you know what some of those pictures are about. You're a very intelligent person. And I don't want you to discredit yourself by saying you don't know about all the pictures that are on your phone. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh man, look at him. Guys, let me just pause here and be Uncle Gavin just for a second here. Okay, I did... wrong button. This button. Okay, listen. Uncle Gavin here, guys. Kids, don't ever talk to the police without an attorney. Just don't do it, man. Like, I am so glad that he did. I'm so glad that he did. Oh, yeah. I should put this caveat. If any of you, which I know you're not, but if any of you are stupid criminals that are watching right now, maybe in the replay crew later, I don't know, just ignore what I'm about to say. Everybody else, do not talk to the police. Listen to the Miranda warnings and take them seriously. Avail yourself of your rights. Oh my goodness. I mean, of course, he would have been arrested anyway, because this is not an intelligent person he's not a criminal mastermind. He's smart enough that he got away with it for long enough, for at least 5 years. But this guy, oh my goodness. They already know everything, man. Don't talk to them. I just want to shake him. I'm so glad that he did. But dang it, man. They have it all. Dude. So dumb. All right. Uncle Gavin's gone. Let's continue.
So do you want to add to the list of pictures?
Oh, wow.
No. Should I be talking with a lawyer right now?
You think?
I can't answer that question. My sole purpose right now is to see if I can find, and I'm really hoping you can help me.
Okay. Well, I'd like to try to help, but I feel like I should probably have a lawyer present at this point.
You think?
So you're wanting an attorney?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. That can happen. I want to let you know you're not free to leave. You're being detained, okay? Do you want to know what you're being detained for?
Yeah.
Capital sexual battery and possession of child pornography.
Okay.
So we're going to step out. If you need anything, please tap on this door, okay? And there's going to be detectives outside that will be able to assist you.
Okay.
Well, good luck to you, Mr. Is it Stearns?
Yeah.
Stern.
His reaction, man. His reaction. Do I think I need a lawyer? Look, they told him exactly what he was being detained for. He didn't flinch. Did not flinch, knew exactly what he's being detained for. He didn't even ask what he's being detained for. They had to offer that up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What an idiot. Oh my goodness. I'm going to pause here. I want to go to a couple of chats that I have favorited here along the way. Let's see. Gavin, longtime watcher, first time commenter. There's a document out there which details the evidence found DNA. Are you able to cover that, please? Yeah, I've got that. I've got all the documents. I've worked my way through most of them to organize them. If you go to the website, by the way, let's see. Give me a second. Let me get you to the right spot here. If you go to the website and you click on cases, and click on Maddie's photo, you will see everything that I've collected here, including audio files, case documents, crime scene photos. I mean, there's just so much. You can see it continuing to load. So it's in there, and I think that I eventually will get to it. Thank you for that question. Where was that question? There you are. What will Jen be charged with? Lying to police and more? I think it'll be much more eventually. I really do, because I think there's sufficient evidence to establish probable cause that she was offering up her child to Stephan Stearns. That's what I think. Gavin, I think the couple paying the court fees are looking at a book movie deal. The court fees that have been, that are ticking on so far haven't been lots of money. I don't know. There are a couple people that are talking about the court fees. I'll have to take a look, but it hasn't been a lot of money. By the way, people who get convicted of things like this, they never pay those court fees. They work them off in prison, and they're not expected to pay them until parole. And on something like this, he would never hit parole. So, and I wouldn't be surprised if there are people that are offering book deals or documentary deals or whatever. Proud Danish says, Gavin, hi from Denmark, love the channel. As we Danish would say, pure, I can't pronounce that word. Only Danes know how to do that. Keep up the good work. Hey, I will look up the word, but I want you to know that I've spent plenty of time in Denmark. Not like I lived there or anything like that, but I've been half a dozen times to Copenhagen, and then I have friends that live in Koning, and so I would go down there. So anyway, Denmark is a beautiful, beautiful country. Got a couple super chats in here that I want to bring up. Lisa gave me a super sticker, a dizzy face. Thank you very much. Super chat again from Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. He thought he erased the pictures. Dum indeed. Super chat from PJ Tyler. A moment of silence for Maddie. I think that we should all take a moment in our private lives when we think about little Miss Maddie. And Bell M says he has a victim mindset, and I wouldn't be surprised if he never takes accountability for his actions. Love the coverage. Thank you. And I love you guys too. Thank you for supporting me there. Okay. Let's go all the way down to, let's see, Mad About Maya. Gavin, realistically, where would the evidence to charge Jen come from? So it would come from the investigation, right? They have her digital devices. They did investigations at the crime scenes. Anything that she testified to before she had a lawyer, and even when she did have a lawyer, may lead them to things that they could find with other evidence as well. I think that there's plenty. There's child endangerment, and there's all sorts of things that they can come up with. It's really going to boil down to the prosecutor. Gavin, do you have the daily log of his activities? Yeah, I saw that Paula from Plunder put those up on Patreon earlier today. I have not taken a look yet, but based on the email I got because I'm a patron of hers, doesn't look like he's doing much. I think the recreation time thing, I think, is mostly he's afraid for his life. I think let's see. Gavin loved the forensic inspection of his nether regions. Mortifying. And the ladies took their time while the two burly guys looked on. I was laughing out loud. Yeah, we are going to watch that in probably, part of it in this part, and then part of it in part 3. I did, though, pixelate it out. But yeah, the forensic team that investigated his body were, I think, 3 ladies, or 4 ladies maybe. I think it was 3. Anyway, yeah, and we're gonna get to it. That's a good segue. Let's go ahead and keep playing here. And I've edited out this. We won't, And how much time passed? It's now 8:01 at night. So yeah, so only 5 or 6 minutes passed here. 8:34. So okay, half an hour.
Stephan, so what's going to happen now is we have a warrant to collect a couple of items from you, okay? So basically, this young lady here, we're going to swab your cheek, you know, we're going to take some of your clothes, stuff like that, okay? So she is going to take some pictures of you as well, like your hands, and we're going to ask you to take your jacket off so we can get your arms and all that stuff too, okay?
What's driving here?
Didn't mean it to. Yeah, that one at all. Which part, Mark?
What?
Do I need to read it?
Oh, wait, yeah.
The whole thing?
Yep.
All right, so in the name of the state of Florida, all right, any sworn Kissimmee police officer, Osceola County Sheriff's Deputy, Orange County Deputy, sworn investigator of the State Attorney's Office of the Ninth Judicial Circuit Court of Florida, special agent of Florida Department of Law Enforcement, FDLE, or any sworn police officer, deputy sheriff acting under a mutual aid or cooperation agreement with the Sheriff's Office of Osceola County. Whereas before me, the Honorable Judge, it's hard to read his handwriting, of the Ninth Judicial Circuit of Orange County, Osceola County, the sworn written application affidavit search warrant has been made on this date by Detective Moore of the Kissimmee Police Department, assigned to the Criminal Investigations Division. And whereas the facts made known in this application and search warrant, there may be cause to certify and find probable cause to believe that certain evidence, to wit, DNA, genetic material, buccal swabs from you, Stephen Michael Stearns, blood, saliva, or epithelial cells to be collected from you, Michael Stearns, photographs and swabs of your penis.
Buccal swabs are swabs of the inside of the cheeks. Epithelial cells are cells that are collected from inside the mouth, as far as I understand it.
And clothing worn by you as of right now. All right, this is evidence. This is believed to be evidence of the felony crime that we've already talked about that took place in Florida, which is a violation of statute 7940114B and 8270715A, prohibiting the crimes of sexual battery, possession of material depicting sexual performance of a child. Currently exists within Orange and Osceola County and is presently believed to be under your control, Stephen Michael Stearns, and that the law relating to said offenses are possessed on you, who is more specifically desired below, and then it has your name and date of birth and social. So Stephen Michael Stearns is your first name, social, birth 4/25/1986, and you're a white male with black hair, brown eyes, 6'2". Now therefore, the law enforcement officer named above, which such lawful assistance as may be necessary, you are here commanded in daytime, nighttime, or on Sunday, as the exigencies of the situation may require, to enter and search the above listed person that we talked about earlier, with the taking of the DNA material, buccal cells, through a buccal swab, which will be done by the appropriate personnel and will involve no unreasonable intrusion into or upon the body of you, Michael Stearns, for which the evidence is to be collected. The person and evidence requested is reasonably believed to be engaged in or connection with the said illegal activity we talked about earlier. For this evidence described in this warrant and in the same of any part thereof to be found, you are hereby authorized to seize, secure, collect, photograph, examine, analysis, and videotape said evidence in this search warrant. All right, after we're done, a proper inventory receipt will be given for any evidence or property seized, and a completed duplicate copy of this search warrant will be delivered to you in control of the property searched, or in the absence of any such, we will leave a copy. But you're here today, so we'll give you a copy of the search warrant. All right. And then it just states that we have to do the search warrant return within 10 days after executing the search warrant as of today. All right. This will be your copy here.
Hey, by the way, guys, now's a good time to just kind of pause on this and talk about these things, just in case you don't know. So a search warrant has three parts. First is the application. That application will have a probable cause affidavit that they present to a judge to convince a judge that there's probable cause to issue the search warrant. All of those search warrant affidavits are on the website, by the way. The second will be the warrant itself, which this investigator just read. And then the third part is the return. So once they serve the warrant and do everything that they're allowed to do, that they're given authority to do by that warrant, they then have to return to the judge everything that happened, an inventory and a description of everything that happened. So that's what he's talking about there. He's like, the return has to happen within 10 days. I'm sure that return happened the following day. It's like 8:39 at night in this video right now. And so I'm sure that it just happened, the next day. They wrote it up and said, this is what we got, and gave it back to the judge to sign off on it. I just thought I'd explain that for those who didn't know.
So go ahead and stand up. She's going to go ahead and take some pictures of you.
If you can stand just in front of the wall here. And if you could put your hands out like this and turn them over. Do you want me to take off his watch? Yes, that will work. And your hat also, please.
This is probably the buccal swab kit. That's my guess.
Okay, if you could open your mouth.
Oh man, can you imagine what's going through his mind right now?
If you can take off your shirt.
I don't know, Kim.
Okay. Your shoes.
I'm sure they'll put him in protective custody or have had him in protective custody.
Okay, go ahead and turn around, face the wall. Put your hands behind your back. Put them together like you're praying. There you go. Just like that. Go ahead and spread your feet for me. Thank you.
Yeah, don't worry. I've got it pixelated out. I don't want to see this any more than anybody else does. So yeah, I pixelate it. Oh yeah, he has to know by now, right? Put the double lock on.
Oh wait, let me get a picture. I just want to see something real quick. Did you get a really good picture of this right here? This whole area.
Here's the right hand. It's probably under the.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. Okay, that area too, please.
This is a great time to pause here real quick. What is it? Shin's Koala. If we go over to the website, we can actually see these photos. Let's just scroll down to them right here. And there is the tattoo. It says Sustanet, which I think it was also his his username on things, and I'm trying to remember what Sustanet meaning is. To withstand, tolerate, or bear. Right. So that is the tattoo, and these pictures that she's taken. We just saw this happen, right? He took the picture of the warrant, and then these are the photos. Oops, that she has taken. We can see when the watch goes off, the hat comes off. Yeah, so we've seen all these, and then there's the picture she just took. These are the pictures that she said, can you get a close picture of this? Close picture of that. Yeah, so all these are on the website. Check it out when you get a second, okay? Here we go.
Can you take one like that, please?
The original footage, we've got it. We've got the original footage.
Good.
Did you guys get a picture of the scar on his stomach?
She got full frontal, yeah.
It's gonna need to be.
Yeah.
You can help out just by pulling your pants off your ankles or your toes.
Try not to let the pants touch the ground, please. What's this in this pocket here? Just your wallet?
Yeah.
Lift your foot, please.
Sorry.
You got it. We need to search these again before you take them to make sure that there's nothing else in there.
What do you want to do?
I just want to make sure that we search these again before she submits them. Is there anything else in these pants that we need to know about?
Should we check it out?
Just as long as it's underwear, if you guys want that.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
It's actually a good place to stop. We'll grab in part 3. We'll grab the rest of this, okay? So, and I'm sorry to do that to you guys, but I've got to call it a night here pretty soon. So let me just go through a couple of other comments that you have here. Gavin Is this video footage from a body cam or a camera posted in the interview room? Also, they are allowed to do this without his lawyer since he asked for one. Yeah, great question, Michelle. This appears to me that it is just a camera that's in the room. And it's pointed, like, I wondered why it was pointed not down at the desk, but it seems to be pointed in a way so that they can get a good shot of anything that happens if he stands up. I'm really glad that the camera was from a little lower angle, right? It seems to be about waist height. Are they allowed to do this without a lawyer since he asked for one? The answer is yes, because they have a search warrant. So that search warrant gives them the authority to do that. And right now, if he starts talking, he would be indicating to them that he's okay continuing to talk to them without a lawyer. That's the way that works. So yeah, they're good. They're within the law there. They haven't done anything wrong. KJ, I don't know why he would have that name. It seems he couldn't stand much, like getting out of bed, like Sustanet. Yeah. I think Kim was asking if just anybody can get the footage. Sure. Yeah. So this footage came from the Orange County Sheriff's Office. Several people have obtained it through, well, in the state of Florida, it's called a Sunshine Law request. It's basically a FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, but in Florida, they call it the Sunshine Law. And basically, you just need to request it and pay for it. The law allows them to charge for their work in preparing the video. The original video is like 6.5 hours long. Most of it is him sleeping at the desk, and so that's why I, shortened it down for you guys. But yeah, anybody can do that. That's something that I've thought about several times, and my wife suggests that I do, is teach how to do public records requests. The reason that I haven't done that so far is that every state and every municipality and jurisdiction within that state has a little different process. So it's really it's really just kind of understanding what their particular law allows and writing the best request that you can, because the law does not provide for any municipality or any government agency to create a record for you. You have to know what the record is in order to request it, and you could do so from the Orange County Sheriff's Office. I think this was part of a package, but it was like $1,600 all together. So yeah, it is not cheap. Patty Girl says, note to self, take a shower and change clothes after committing a crime. Yeah, we're learning here, right? So I'm hoping that we have no criminals amongst us, that we don't want them to learn anything. Gavin, are there any other children among those 35,000 images? I believe so. I think that he probably purchased those or traded those. Those are probably images that have made the rounds, so to speak. Otherwise, they would have specified that they were of Maddie. Gavin, he may be residually feeling effects from whatever he takes for anxiety, sleep, etc. That would make him flat. Probably wishes he had more about now. Oh, I see, like emotionally flat. I hear what you're saying. Have they charged him with the 35,000 pics? Yeah, part of the charge is the possession of those photos. Hey, greetings from BC. Good to hear you. And then Stone de Parado says, Gavin, did you do any coverage on the Wade Wilson case? He just received the death sentence. I did not do any coverage of Wade Wilson. Thank you for those questions, guys. And thanks for being with me while we go through this. Tomorrow, we're going to do the last 22 minutes and 48 seconds of this video. Gonna wrap up with a couple of comments and some thoughts for you guys, and we'll do that tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern. On Thursday and Friday, we're going to be going through, and Monday, the following Monday, we're going to be going through the interview that Jennifer Soto did before she got a lawyer. It was a little bit different than Mr. Stern's experience, but it is a compelling video, so we're going to be doing that. Please, please, please go over to my website to see all the stuff that I have over there, guys. There is so much. Some of it is reserved for my patrons. So if you want to hear the audio files and if you want to read the case documents, you need to be a patron of mine. But if you're not a patron of mine, I go over a lot of this here on YouTube. The photos, the timeline, things like that, you don't need to be a patron for that. And there's tons and tons and tons there, including, look, Maddie's backpack was covered in white paint. Like he was trying to make it not look like hers. And they talked about that today in the interview, right? And yeah. So anyway, there's tons and tons on the website. While you're on the website, please click on Crime Cod. That is my true crime newsletter that goes out a couple times a week. It's not terribly often. I won't inundate your inbox, and it's easy to unsubscribe. I don't spam or sell lists or anything like that. Check out some of the past ones so you can see kind of what it is that I send out. Please always support my mods. Jamie and Autumn are amazing. If you go to support, you can buy my mods a cup of coffee, and I appreciate it when you do that. Lastly, if you click on this little fishy right here, that will take you to the fish tank on Facebook. We've got like 2,200 of us, and we talk about all sorts of things true crime, and there's a little contest going on for it to be winning one of these awesome I might be counting my chickens before they hatch, guys. I might be counting my chickens before they hatch. That just occurred to me, but we're coming up on 100,000. I think we're going to reach it hopefully by the end of the year. And on our way there, we've got these little buttons that we'll be mailing out to people who kind of play along with the activities that Jamie and Autumn have for you over on the fish tank. So please do that. And my goodness, I've got all 50 of them. Got all 50 of them right here on my desk. Going to deliver them to Jamie, who will be mailing them out. So please join us over there. And then please join us tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern for the rest of this video. With that, I bid you adieu, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked what you saw, please consider subscribing. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below.